slow down for the... Freaking stepping goose poop. Yo, what is going on, people of the internet? Welcome to my car. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Me, I'm dying a little bit. Guys, I'm not even lying. This has been happening for like the past hour or so, and it just won't stop. I'm trying to vlog here, but I just can't stop hiccuping. Why? Hiccups are kind of weird if you think about it. Why do we even hiccup? Maybe if I try hard enough, I can force myself to not hiccup. I think it worked. I think I did it. Oh my. But we are all good to go now. So today we're actually gonna be testing out a brand new electric skateboard that I unboxed in the live stream a couple of days ago. And it's called the Teemo board. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I got this board, I was kind of not excited. You know, it's another board rebranded from China that they sent out to me. You know, I've done a bunch of videos on this kind of stuff before. But then as I was watching the live stream again, when I saw the unboxing, I realized that I never showed you guys the remote. And that kind of freaked me out, so I started rummaging through all the boxes. I threw some of the packaging away, and I thought that I'd accidentally thrown away the remote. So I was rummaging through all the stuff. I couldn't find it. I looked online and did some research on the board, like 20 seconds worth of research, and I realized that this board is remoteless. It's a hands-free electric skateboard, which is way more exciting than your typical standard electric skateboard. I've never tried out a board like this, and I'm so stoked to check it out. So here it is, the Teemo board. Let's talk about the specs of this board real quick. This is a dual hub electric skateboard with 2 motors rated at 600 watts. It has a top speed of 28 miles per hour with a max range of up to 18.6 miles. It has regenerative braking and can support a rider of up to 280 pounds. It is water resistant, but riding on wet or icy roads is not recommended because of the potential for loss of traction and control. The board weighs 15.5 pounds and apparently shares a name with a League of Legends character. I did not know that. So I was reading the instructions on how to use this thing, and they're kind of funny. So basically it looks like instead of using a remote to toggle the motors to go up, you know, to go forward and backward, you lean in the direction that you want to go in, kind of like how you would move around on a hoverboard. Is that safe? I guess there's only one way to find out, huh? Not gonna lie, I'm kind of terrified. All right, now how do you turn this thing on? Does it have no? Ooh. And then I guess the pressure pads, you just lean. All right, so here's the maiden ride on the remoteless, hands-free Teemo board. Now go. Lean forward. Oh, and I guess to brake you lean back. Oh, that is weird. Lean forward. Oh, and lean back. Sweet. I mean, the ride is smooth, but at first, I mean, right now it's kind of hard to control. I guess it's just something that you get used to. But the brakes are super sensitive. So like when you lean back, you really have to, you're driving this thing with your entire body. This is a whole nother way to ride an electric skateboard. It's kind of insane. Whoa, those brakes are strong.
The water's cold, your heart is warm. Can't live with both, but trust me, I've seen stranger things. This world don't feel the same. Lost up, can't feel my face.
I am not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared to do a top speed mode on this thing. It's kind of hard to control. It's cool that my hands are free. That part I enjoy, but the controlling with my leaning, I'm gonna have to get used to that. So far, it's pretty fun though. Why am I slowing down? I was leaning forward. It's kind of hard to control your speed with leaning. It's not like having a controller. Why are you beeping at me? Oh, okay, good. It's such a weird sensation to have to lean forward and backward instead of using a remote, but it kind of adds some fun to it. It's like a whole new thing.
Sleep is creeping on me. Smoke lingering on me. Dirty fingernails and palm trees. Watch it burn before the stars pretend I shine. I try to keep it.
It might just be me trying to get used to the board, but it's really hard to make it go, and it kind of just stops out of nowhere. Like you lean forward, the second that your back foot gets off the board, it just starts to break or it starts to slow down, even though you're trying to lean forward to go.
This is me. My teeth still freeze. You bring the heat. I'm still too deep.
See that? I was trying to slow down for the speed bump. Good thing I was wearing this. Shut up. Is that from Pac-Man? I'm curious to see how fast we've gone on the board. So far I haven't been cruising around too fast, mainly because there's speed bumps and cracks everywhere. But we have gone up to 18 miles per hour. That's kind of insane. I mean, I know it can go up to 28. I feel like that's kind of terrifying to go up to 28, having to brake by leaning with the controls being so iffy. I am leaning forward to go and I can't even get over this little crack. Come on, come on. Finally, on a speed bump. I can't, dude, this is why you need a remote, to be able to have precise control over this. Having your hands free is kind of cool though, because that means you can.
But trust me, I've seen stranger things. This world
I'll be
don't
off the
feel
road.
the same.
Have a good one. That guy was super nice. I was about to fly my drone, but I forgot to bring blades. Oh, I'm such an idiot. And he also told me I can't ride this board around here on the roads. So let's go to move to another spot.
And
Yeah!
I've never met
We
them.
are back here at the usual spot. I'm not gonna lie, that fall that I had kind of hurts my wrist. I think there's a little bit of a pain action going on in my foot, but the show must go on. We gotta test out this board some more. Those video game sounds are pretty cool. Go! Go! Aren't I going? Still not sure how I feel about the remoteless controls just yet. Definitely gotta ride it around some more and kind of get used to it. This area is wide open, free of big cracks and all that, so this is gonna be a much better area. No speed bumps for me to fall on, that's for sure. So I wasn't filming, but I just took a huge spill. Oh, I was going fast and I leaned backwards and I was knocked off my board. There is a learning curve to this thing, guys. I almost don't even want to do a top speed test on this thing. The brakes are so strong and sensitive that even if you adjust your footing just a little bit, you could start to brake. Oh my God, I was thrown off my board. That was my first fall on an electric skateboard. Dang, I wish I got that on film, because honestly, all I did was just lean back a little bit and I ate it. Now it's making a bunch of weird sounds. I don't know if the sensors don't sense my feet, but I was almost thrown off again. Started going backwards. What is this? What is happening here? I'm not even leaning that far on my back foot. The concept of this thing is cool, it's fun, you know, hands-free, remoteless, you don't need to press on a toggle, there's nothing extra to carry. The way that this is executed, in here at least, I'm not sure if I like it. I don't think it's that good. When you're riding an electric skateboard, or any skateboard rather, you move your feet, you change your feet positioning depending on your surroundings, and when you do that on this, you start to brake or you'll start to accelerate even faster, and with everything being so sensitive, it can easily just throw you off the board. Guys, I'm leaning forward, and when you lean forward, the other half of you leans forward too, so my back foot lifts up and then it stops accelerating because the sensors don't measure my feet. I'm trying to go faster, I'm trying to accelerate, but it's so hard to control it just by leaning. I really wanted to like the method of control that this board has, but I don't know if remoteless electric skateboards is for me right now, because it's just so sensitive and it's hard to control. Shut up. When I fell, I ripped my pants. Ah! I hate to say, guys, but things aren't looking good with this board. I can't even bring myself to ride it anymore to really test out the range. I'll do a quick hill climb test just to see how it handles that. It's actually easier to ride climbing up a hill. Now, I think the idea of this board, the way to control it leaning forward and backward with your weight, is cool. I don't think that it's refined enough yet in this board for it to be something that I would use on a daily basis. Because right now, the learning curve is super steep. It kind of feels like how when you're first learning how to drive manual, you know, you're still kind of get used to it and the motors and everything and all the parts are moving weird. That's kind of what it feels like here. Now, don't get me wrong, the board is a lot of fun. I just think that it needs a couple of improvements to make it better. I think the biggest improvement it could use is to have the pressurized pads on the board that control your movement more easily identifiable. Because on this board right now, I can't tell where they are, and every time I adjust my feet, something happens. I trigger a sensor, I start moving faster, or I immediately brake, and because of that, it's kind of hard. I know that Z board has those foam pads that you step on. It uses the same kind of mechanism. If you were to do that on this, I think that would be a huge help. So I've fallen a number of 3 times on an electric skateboard, and all 3 times have been on this board. Still a lot of fun, definitely a whole new way to ride a board for sure. I'm gonna need to have some more practice on this thing before I have a truly hard opinion on it. But for now, I think it's pretty cool. Just be careful out there if you're riding it. Anyways, in this video, Stoke Squad shout out goes to Venture 4th, who made this awesome piece of artwork. And because of the month of January is coming to an end, we have to do a January Q&A. This one's gonna be a little bit different. If you guys have any questions, you can leave them down in the comment section down below. Use the hashtag #SupRonnie and then let me know your question. Or you can also tweet me or comment on this post on Instagram with a question. Anyways, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Definitely check out the merch store. And until next time, guys, stay stoked. I'm out.
Trust me, I've seen stranger things. This world don't feel the same. Lost up, can't feel my